So we just got back from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Recap, for those who don't know, we did an NBA lottery draft style to see where we were going to go for our summer vacation. Some things were just thrown in there, Buenos Aires just happened to be one.
So if you missed that video, it'll be down in the description box. So check that out, how we came to going to Buenos Aires. Okay, so me and Babe just got to Atlanta. We're at our gate waiting for our plane to Buenos Aires. Say hi, Babe. Alright, so this is our aircraft right here. They're getting it all clean and ready. So yeah, we're gonna be leaving in about, what, 2 hours, Babe?
2 hours.
2 hours?
We're out there done.
Alright.
Let's do it.
We went to Buenos Aires during July. We're from Texas, so it's our summer months, but yes, it's hot here, but it is actually winter time in Buenos Aires. Oh, I guess South America.
South America,
yes.
Not freezing cold. The sun's constantly out, but it's very chilly. I would compare it to El Paso, Texas.
So when we got to Atlanta, we went ahead and did the currency exchange.
Hold up.
What?
Got my Buenos Aires money.
Oh.
I'm gonna get it.
We'll wait. We exchanged our US dollars for Argentinian pesos, and they also call it ARS there, and it's like $1.33 pesos per US dollar.
One thing that I learned about exchanging is that it's definitely safer to do it in your American airports. 100% safer. One thing to note is that you may not get the exact exchange rate at the airport that you might get if you were to do it in a country where you're traveling to.
Yeah, so that's one thing to keep in mind, that you may not get the same exchange rate. However, it is safer to do it in an airport, U.S. airport, but you can go to the other country and do an exchange there as well. So me and Babe just got on Delta flight to Buenos Aires, Argentina. We are in first class.
Welcome forward.
We just got our meal orders. Delta, first class. Alright, so we'll be back once we land in Buenos Aires tomorrow morning. Bye. Say bye, Babe. He says bye. Babe's asleep right now, but we are passing up Lima, his spot. And we are about 3 hours away from Buenos Aires, which is right there at the bottom. We're in South America though.
First of all, let me say this. I'm 6'5", 300 plus pounds. I don't fit well on planes. Never have, never liked flying because I was just in the tightest space possible on any plane. One plus about flying on this Delta plane in first class was I could stretch my legs out. Never have I ever been able to stretch my legs out on a plane.
Yeah, and I'm 5'10" as well, so I appreciated that also.
Yes, and they got a little thing you can recline back.
Yes.
Man, you almost go to sleep good in there if you feel like it. You didn't have dessert, right?
I didn't have dessert.
What did you have? No, you had, I'm going to tell you what she had. She had this charcuterie board of disgusting cheeses.
Oh yeah, I did have the
Terrible.
Okay, so a couple of them were good. I was drinking wine, and wine and cheese go good together. So a couple of them were good.
I wasn't drinking wine, and that was terrible. Yeah, your boy got his first stop today.
Once we got to Buenos Aires, we had to find transportation. Now, there's several places right there in the airport that will offer taxis. We happened to find one that gave us a taxi. The rate was like $30 for us to go into Palermo, which was the area that we ended up staying most of our time in. So we took the taxi.
One thing I will tell you that you need to note: Uber is not exactly legal in Argentina. There is conflicts with taxi drivers and Ubers. A lot of Ubers are very scared of the taxi drivers. Uber's a cheaper route to go, but you might have to sit in the front seat because they don't want anybody to know they're Uber drivers.
No, that's too much, baby.
That's right. Once again, never rode the subway before. She's rode the subway plenty of times. I've never rode the subway. Pretty good experience. I've only seen movies with big racks on the subways and stuff. But it was a good experience.
Yeah, so the subways are, I would say it's pretty similar to getting around in New York or Chicago. You know, it's very easy to use. We had a city map. We were able to get on and hop off. You just get a soup card, and we were able to charge it up for the day and get around fairly easy in the city. Yeah, so we asked a couple of the locals, and I guess they're getting a new train system there, and they were celebrating it. So we happened to come across that. They were playing music. They had great food.
Really, really good food.
Yes.
We're going to get into the food a little later. We're going to get into the food. That's going to be the last thing that we talk about.
Okay.
But they had really, really good food. Baby don't like shawarma. No, let me not say that. Baby don't like Mediterranean food at all.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
She's not a fan of shawarma, gyros.
Yeah.
She doesn't like any. I happen to like gyros, and I like shawarma.
So, but we found at the festival that they were having, there was this place that we happened to run into, and they had shawarma. And for the first time, I got a steak, like it was steak meat, right?
It was
steak shawarma that was just amazing. The rest of our trip, I was looking for another shawarma, but it was very good.
Watch right up there. It's a video of me eating the shawarma. And if that don't look good, something's wrong with you. I'm telling you that right now.
Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your face. Oh, he's good, baby. Look at that. Look. Wow. Oh, we got one. All right.
We got a basketball.
Uh-huh.
Video. But the food looks so good.
Okay, but before you say anything, they make the food very good. Like, steak is a big thing. They eat a lot of ham. They eat a lot of beef. And we had a couple of steaks there while we were there. And it was made very, very well.
Made extremely well. Very tender.
Yes.
But, there's a but. They are lacking heavily in the seasoning department. So, if you're gonna go, make sure you pack some Tony Satchers with you, because you're gonna need it. And it's not a big deal. They just don't use a lot of seasoning on their food. The cuts of meat are terrific.
Some very good cuts of meat. The meat was so tender, but they just don't do a lot of the heavy seasoning like we do. So that was something that we weren't expecting. But I mean, it was good. It was just there was just not a whole lot of seasoning on there.
But the good thing is that these steaks are very, very. There was a tomahawk steak for the price of like $18.
Right.
You're not gonna find anything like that in the U.S. So the meat that you get, you can personally go. You could go to a restaurant in Buenos Aires and get the meat raw and take it home and make it yourself. We stayed in a hotel where we had our own barbecue pit, and you literally can do that. So that'd be perfect if you want to be a little heavy on the season side, And we started to get smart. So she would be looking for places that had Tabasco sauce. If it had Tabasco sauce, we was like, all right, we good. We know if anything gets filled, we can go get the Tabasco sauce.
We kind of flipped a few coins where to go.
Oh, we also had a pizza, and this pizza was a little different. Would you say it's more Italian influenced?
I mean, pizza is Italian. It was different.
Anyway, I'm not gonna argue with her.
It's different. It was, I would say, authentic Italian. It was very good. And then we also, at that same place, I really liked the empanadas there. My overall experience in Buenos Aires, if I had to give it a number, mind you, I've been a lot of different places, but I did enjoy myself. I would say Buenos Aires would probably be a 6 on my list.
So, obviously, I haven't been a lot of places. And for my first trip out of the country, is this my first trip out of the country? Yeah, because Puerto Rico's U.S. territory. So, for my first abroad trip, I'm gonna be sedity. For my first abroad trip, I would say my experience in Buenos Aires. If I were to rate it from 1 to 10, I would give it a 7. Now, I'm personally giving it a 7 because it's my first abroad trip, so it's gonna hold a special place. Beautiful place to see. Probably if we would have went in the summer, it probably would have been a whole lot more amazing things. We didn't get to see the tango.
Yeah, I would have loved to see the street tango.
That was a big thing out there, but we really didn't get the chance to see that. But we were able to see a lot of beautiful scenery. The planetarium was awesome. That bumped it up 20 points in my book. Anyway, but overall experience, I would give it a 7. And I would advise people to go there for a change up. Especially me being from the country, I feel like it was a step up, kind of prepared me for New York. I'm ready for you, New York. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, New York.
All right.
I ain't gonna forget you too, New York City.